Oftentimes when I'm thrifting, I come across these vintage dishes with recipes printed right on the dish. And I was like, how fun would it be to try to make this exact recipe in the dish? So it's a new series I'm going to start. And my first one is an apple pie. So I went out and picked up all the ingredients I needed, mostly just apples, lemons, sugar, cinnamon, salt. It was a pretty basic recipe. There were no instructions about the pastry, so I just went with a pre-made pastry because I'm not about to do all that work. And then once I had everything, it was time to begin. First up, started with the pastry. This stuff is super easy. I used it once before and was pretty pleased with it. So I just laid that out in the pie dish, made sure all the edges were pressed and ready to go. And then I peeled the apples. It only called for 4 apples, but these were quite small, so I did end up using 6. So, I did alter the recipe just slightly. And then I sliced those up about, I don't know, this thick. It didn't specify how thick to cut the apples, but I think, this is a pretty good standard. And then I called for a cup of sugar, and normally I always half the sugar in recipes, but for this one, I did the full thing. So added that to my apples. I was about to add half a tablespoon of salt, and I was like, that seems like so much salt. Is this for real? But it was actually a half teaspoon, so thankfully I caught myself. Always double check. And then I only added half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Normally I would do probably like 8 times this because I love cinnamon. I grated and used the grind of half a lemon, added that in, and I used some lemon juice, half a tablespoon, I think it was. Don't worry, I made sure to get that seed out of the spoon. No seeds in my pie. And then I mixed it all up. This was fun. This was how you're supposed to arrange it. And once I'd covered the whole pie, I was like, I still have so much apple left. It did say to put the rest on top, but I tried to make it look cute. It might have been a bit too much apple though, I'm not sure. And then I dotted it with butter. I never would have done this normally, but the recipe said, so I did. Looking gorgeous, honestly. Covered that up. I wanted to do like the crisscross pie, but I was like, no. That's not what it says. It says to slash the pie, which is like so macabre, so harsh. But so I slashed my pie and then I crimped the edges. I had to watch a video about how to do this because I didn't know what crimping the edges meant. Looking fantastic. Is this your grandmother's pie? No, it's mine. Put it in the oven at 450 for 10 minutes, then brought it down to 350 for 30 minutes. Looking and smelling beautiful. I was so excited, and now it's the moment of truth. We're gonna try. I cut well, looking good. When I went to lift it up, I was like, oh, it's a little, the bottom's kind of falling apart. A lot of moisture, juice, moisture, a lot of juice. What am I trying to say? A lot of liquid? I don't know. I'm not okay. But I was like, let's give it a go. So I tried it and it was okay. It was fine. It's not my fave. I think there's definitely things that could be altered in the recipe. For instance, it definitely needs a longer cooking time because the apples weren't so soft, but overall it was fun to do.